Okay, good evening everyone and welcome to Compensation and Benefits Management online classes. This is Dr. Mahesh M. Onjeri, Assistant Professor from Department of Management Studies, SDM College of Engineering and Technology, Dharwad. So dear students, so we already have learnt through 3 sessions about the external competitiveness of a compensation strategy. Okay. So if I just take a quick recap, in the pay model there are 3 building blocks: objectives, policies and techniques. So a compensation strategy is the totality of the decisions, means it is the result of the total decisions with respect to objective, policies and techniques. So we are learning the 4 policy choices and with respect to compensation strategy, what decisions are taken by a company and which factors influence them. Okay. So in this regard, we have completed internal alignment, which is the first pay policy, which is the first policy choice, where the salary for different jobs, is determined based on certain factors, which we call it as internal structure or pay structure, and the differentials between the hierarchies. Then now we are learning the second policy choice, that is external competitiveness. Okay, so compensation of one company in comparison with compensation of another company in the market. So competitor basically. So how competitive is the compensation strategy of one company compared to its competitors? So that is what we are learning. How it is determined, what factors influence, and what are the alternatives. Okay, so let me share the PowerPoint slides now. Okay, students, can you see the PowerPoint slides?
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you. Yeah. So just a quick recap. So before I continue, so unit 2, deals with the internal alignment, the first policy choice in the pay model, and as well as external competitiveness. So we have already discussed the internal alignment in chapter number 3, and now we are in the process of learning external competitiveness of a compensation strategy in chapter number 7, titled Defining Competitiveness. Defining competitiveness here means defining competitiveness of a compensation strategy of a company compared to its competitors. So far we have learned compensation strategy and external competitiveness. What shapes external competitiveness, that is what factors influence external competitiveness of compensation strategy of a firm. Then now we are learning the competitive pay policy alternatives. So in comparison with the competitors, how a company pays salary. Okay, that is what we are learning. I think first two we have already learned. So let me go directly to the competitive pay policy alternatives. Okay, so these are the competitive pay policy alternatives. So we have already learned pay with competition, means matching the compensation of competitors. So the company pays more or less equal salary compared to its competitors. So what are the advantages we have learned? And second pay policy alternative is lead policy. So pay more than the competitors. So what are the advantages we have already learned? Disadvantages also we have considered. So we are supposed to learn from here now the lag policy. Lag policy means paying lower salary than the competitors in the market. Okay, first point, definitely no company prefers to pay a lower salary in compared to competitors, because the company which pays a higher salary or highest salary in the market attracts the best talent, and the productivity of that company will be higher. Okay, so knowingly a company may not pay a low salary, but the financial constraints or cost constraints or size of the company, like a small company, new company, for example. So due to these reasons, a company may prefer to pay a lower salary compared to its competitors. So this point you need to understand first. So one of the major problem with the lag policy, if a company decides to pay a lower salary than its competitors, it may hinder a firm's ability to attract potential employees. Say for example, you are appearing for a selection process and there are three companies, all are in same industry. Okay, let's say packaged consumer goods or fast moving consumer goods, what you say. Okay, so you will definitely choose a company, okay, which pays higher salary or highest salary among the three companies. So definitely among the three company, the company which pays the lowest salary, okay, it will not be able to attract the potential employees or talented candidates. Okay, it is quite obvious. If pay level is lagged in return for promise of higher future returns, okay, but this is not possible with all the companies. Let us say a promising new company, okay, so whose business idea is very promising, investors are very confident, okay, so such a company initially, due to fewer sales, okay, and smaller size, to keep the costs under control, it may decide to pay a lower salary. But definitely such a company, okay, may promise higher future returns. So they may say presently our organization is small but our business idea is very, okay, promising. So you start at a lower pay, okay, eventually along with the company, so you can grow. So the company may also plan to offer employee stock options in future. So in such cases only, okay, but again it has to be a very genuine case, it may increase employee commitment, though the pay might be smaller compared to competitors, but in promise of the higher future returns, an employee may show commitment towards work. Okay, employees may foster teamwork, okay, they may come together as a team and coordinate and cooperate very well in the team, okay, and may possibly increase productivity. Okay, but this is possible only in genuine cases. Okay, so fake promises won't help. Or if the type of employees who are hired at a low salary, okay, are immature, okay, so not eligible or qualified, in such case again the company may not expect the increase in productivity in future. So this was about lag policy, paying a compensation lower than competitors. Then the fourth alternative, okay, in comparison with competitors, how a company can differ its pay or how it can pay, it is flexible policies. Okay, so employers can have more than one pay policy. So that's quite simple. So when we say one pay policy, the forms, okay, may vary. The total compensation may be same for two employees, but the forms or components of the compensation may vary. So one compensation structure may, for one employee it may include, let us say 70% of base pay and 30% of variable, and for another employee it may have 50% base pay and 50% variable. That is what it means. Employers may have more than one pay policy. So depending on the candidate, okay, the employer may choose the pay policy to be decided. Then policy may vary. Pay policy here means pay policy. Pay policy may vary for different occupational families. Here occupational family means one group of job. For example, simple things what we can understand, Marketing job is one occupational family. Human resources management or HR job another occupational family. Financial management, okay, so another occupational family. Production or operations is another occupational family. So this way, so a company's pay policy may vary, means differ for different occupational families. A company may pay different compensation for marketing, HR, finance, and operations employees. Excuse me. So that is what it means, flexible policies. Then when we say alternate pay policies, okay, they may include, so what are these alternate pay policies? They may be performance driven pay policy, market watch pay policy, work life balance pay policy, or security pay policy. Okay, so these are the policies among which an employee can be entitled for a particular pay policy. So let us learn a little bit more about these alternate policies or alternate flexible policies. So performance driven, so 50% will be your base pay, okay, or basic salary. So please remember the terms. Base means basic salary, which is a fixed component in the compensation. So 50% in this performance driven compensation or pay policy. So 50% is the base salary or basic salary, which is fixed. The remaining 50% is variable. Okay, it includes 17% benefits like allowances, 16% employee stock options, then 17% bonus, which is again performance based. So the higher the performance of the employee, higher the income the employee will earn. Okay, then market watch. Okay, so depending on the competitors, okay, depending on the competitors what they pay, a company may adjust its components or forms of pay. So in this example, the company has adjusted its base pay to 70%, okay, and bonus to 6%, employee stock options to 4%, and benefits to 20%. Okay, then security. So 80% of the compensation here is base pay or basic salary, which is a fixed component. So irrespective of the individual performance, this employee will be entitled for at least 80% of his salary. Okay, and benefits up to 20%. And this pay policy alternate, so where work life balance, 50% base pay is offered, whereas 30% compensation is offered in the forms of benefits. These may include, okay, medical insurance, child education, house rent allowance, travel allowance, and so on. Okay, so where the cost of living is very high, okay, so employees prefer such a pay policy or compensation structure, and employee stock options of 10% and a bonus of 10%. So this is what we say pay mix policy alternatives, or when we say flexible policies, a company will have a variety of pay policies. Okay, so depending on the need of the employee, the employer may decide which pay policy will suit which employee. So flexible policies. Okay, see, but these all what we are learning, most of it, okay, can be observed in Fortune 500 companies or Fortune 2000 companies. Okay, so high growth professional and high growth companies. Okay, see, there is a very basic okay logic. Okay, the company that focuses on its employees, a company that focuses on its employee growth, okay, a company that appreciates, okay, performance, competency, so those are the companies which grow at a very high rate, and these are the employers of preference. These are the companies which employees prefer. Okay, so I hope you need to understand. And those employers who do not pay attention towards their employee growth have a very neutral or negative attitude towards employees, those organizations never grow, okay, to the extent Walmart, IBM, Microsoft, Facebook, Amazon have grown. Okay, so please remember this. And in your career initially you may not experience these kind of flexible policies, and employee options are also there. Employees allowed to choose a particular pay policy or pay structure, which is actually next. But definitely we must learn and know about all this. We should aspire to grow and join such an organization. Then employer of choice, okay, is the next alternative related to external competitiveness compensation strategy. So here employer of choice corresponds to, means employer of choice means the brand or image the company projects as an employer. So dear students, you should be aware that, okay, these are high growth professional organizations in fact spend on advertising themselves, spend on recruitment and selection process. They advertise their vacancies. So while advertising their vacancies, these employer try to position themselves or create a brand or image for themselves in the minds of the prospective employees. Okay. So what prospective employees or present employees think about the organization or employer is called as employer of choice, basically. Okay. So companies compete based on their overall reputation as a place to work in the labor market. Okay. So try to understand the way brands compete against each other, because there will not be generally a single brand which you can find in the market. There will be a large number of brands. Similarly, in each industry, a number of companies will be competing for the best talented employees. Okay, and the most talented employees definitely okay, prefer the best employer. That is what is referred to as employer of choice. Okay, so these are individual choices, but one example definitely I would like to quote. Okay, recently the results of JEE Advanced, okay, have been announced. Okay, the results of JEE Joint Entrance Exam. Okay, so basically the Indian Institute of Technology, okay, they take admissions based on these rankings. Okay, so earlier there used to be only one test, but now there are two tests. One is the mains and second is advanced. So the topper, all India topper, okay, don't go by the advertisements that are appearing on Times of India, please read the news. Okay, so the all India topper in JEE Advanced, he is not joining IIT in India. Okay, he is not joining IIT college in India. Okay, he joining, already has taken admission in MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology in United States of America. It is one of the world's best, okay, institute. So though it is not related to compensation, but I hope you can understand what is the meaning of employer of choice. So how an employer can create that image? Definitely one of the major, okay, factors is compensation. One of the major factors is compensation. So in order to be the employer of choice, the external competitiveness of the compensation strategy of that employer matters a lot. Okay, so that's all about employer of choice. And then finally shared choice. Okay, so I wish you all, okay, that you will join such a company, okay, where you will be given an option, okay, to choose a pay policy. Okay, so I wish you all the best. So shared choices begin with the traditional options of lead, meet or lag. So a company will also have these options to pay more than competition, or pay more or less equal to competition, or pay lower than competitors. But it also adds a second part, offers employees choices. Okay, so employee can choose his or her own pay mix or pay structure or forms of pay. What should be the percentage of base pay, what should be the percentage of benefits, what should be the percentage of employee stock options, what should be the percentage of bonus. Okay, so can you imagine, would you like to work in such a company? Okay, then make yourself competent. So it adds a second part, offers employees choices in the pay mix. Employee can choose his or her own pay mix, like a customized personal computer. You can have a motherboard of your choice, okay, a RAM of your choice, monitor of your choice, like that. But of course, within limits. Okay, employees cannot claim anything. Okay, there will be some limits for that. Okay, and employees have more say in forms of pay received. So when we say offers employee choices in the pay mix, employees will have more say in forms of pay received. That is what I mentioned. So if an employee is highly confident about his or her performance, so that employee may prefer a compensation structure where the base pay is lower, let's say 50% or 45%, and the remaining part of it, 40, 55 or 50% of the remaining compensation can be of performance based or variable pay. Or if the a company's valuation is going increasing continuously in the stock market, and if that company has given the option of employee stock options, so knowing, having this knowledge, definitely an employee can choose to increase the percentage of employee stock options in the variable part. Okay, so the total compensation what he will get will be definitely higher. So that is what we mean by shared choice. Okay, so I hope that's all, okay, about the chapter. Okay, so if you have any questions or doubts related to this, okay, you can ask. Okay, so that was last part of the chapter. A few points, only 3 points were remaining, so which I concluded now. So now just let me give you a idea of what we have completed. Okay, so just give me a minute. Okay, students, can you see this PowerPoint slide?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so if you can see, this is the pay model which we learnt in chapter number 1. So 3 building blocks of the pay model are objectives, policies and techniques. Okay, and what is the compensation strategy? The decisions taken with respect to objectives, policies and techniques. So what are we learning? We are learning the decisions taken with respect to internal alignment we completed, the decisions taken with respect to competitiveness of the compensation we just finished now. Okay, and in remaining next 2 chapters we are going to learn employee contributions and management control of the compensation strategy. So this is how, if you keep a track of what you are learning, okay, if you have the knowledge of the flow or sequence, the understanding will be easier. If you totally get lost, if you do not remember all this, see, all these resources are shared up to date, including the morning class. Okay, so all the videos are already uploaded in YouTube, and the links are shared in Google Classrooms. Okay, so repeated reading is required. Okay, so for some students, just by listening to the class, they learn a lot. Okay, for another student, maybe minimum he or she should refer 2 times. Okay, so another student, maybe he has to read 3 times or watch the video 3 times. So you should know, okay, so how many times you should read or view the video in order to understand the subject properly. And of course, without fail, okay, you need to go through the business news, okay, general as well as related to subject. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so any questions now? Yeah, students, any questions?
No, sir.
Yeah, any questions you have related to subject, or you can discuss the news related to subject, or a general business news. Okay, but interact. Okay.
One important news.
Yeah, please, Ashutosh, kindly speak louder.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure.
Yeah,
Sir, recently the government has announced an LTC cash voucher scheme, sir.
LTC,
LTC cash voucher scheme.
cash voucher scheme. Yeah, can you explain what is it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is basically like this will allow the government employees to purchase the goods and services instead of tax exempted, sir, for the
Okay,
leave travel concession.
so
So,
it will enable
yes, sir.
them to purchase
It
goods
is
and services
instead of tax exempted, sir,
tax
portion of the leave
exempted.
travel concession.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay,
So this voucher is especially benefit for someone who wants to claim the LTC without actually undertaking a trip.
okay. LTC or
Yes, sir.
LTA?
No, sir. LTC like leave travel concession.
Leave travel concession. Okay, okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so good. So instead of tax exemptions, they can spend that voucher on goods and services.
Yes, sir. And we can claim it through the voucher.
Okay, so after spending, they can claim it back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so can you
So
understand it is a
basically,
recent, right?
yes, sir. Yesterday it has announced, sir.
Can you
Government.
understand the idea why it is made so?
Sir, might be like like monthly. If we do not travel, the it will remain at the same.
Correct.
So it
Okay,
might be
so
like that.
now due to COVID-19 pandemic, people or employees are not traveling, so they don't claim it. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But yet they
That's
have
it.
to pay tax on it, which I shared a news in the class if you can recall. Work
Yes,
from
sir.
home and work from office where you end up paying more taxes. Work from home you end up paying more taxes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. So what the government is doing now? So they ask them instead of the tax exemption, they can spend it on purchasing some goods and services and claim the same. Means that amount will be deducted from taxable income.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is the reason behind this of giving this option? So one reason we understood definitely yes, employees are not traveling now, and they may end up paying more taxes. Then
So it is basically develop the spending habit, and
yeah,
it will lead to income to the government itself by spending,
very
as
good.
those employees spend
Yes,
on
sir.
goods and services.
Yeah, very good. It's not spending habit. Okay, it increases the okay the chances of a customer purchasing. See, the festive season is ahead. The festive season is ahead, and this festive season may not be like the normal festive season. Okay, so where employees might not be highly motivated, or customers are not highly motivated to buy goods and services. So to motivate the employees or customers in this way, okay, so where they cannot claim it as a leave travel concession or leave travel allowance, and they will end up paying tax on that income. So they are encouraged to spend it on goods and services and claim the same. The amount will be deducted from the taxable income. So that is how they can actually save tax. Okay, so it's the alternate option. Instead of travel, spend on goods and services. Okay, so that may increase the total demand in the market. And to for the same reason, to boost the demand during the upcoming festive season, okay, in today's newspaper I think, okay, so just let me take it. Okay, so Times of India, today's Times of India, Hubballi edition, front page, okay, headlines. Finance Ministry announces Eco stimulus, 10,000 rupees festive bonus for staff. So I'll just read. Okay, so reason same thing what I mentioned. Hopes to spark demand of 1 lakh crore. So if all the employees who get this 10,000 rupees, if they spend, okay, so it will increase the total demand in the market for up to 1 lakh crore rupees. Okay, so these companies will make sales and customer will pay the tax and government will collect the tax revenues. So Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on Monday announced additional allocation of rupees 37,000 crore towards capital expenditure and put money into the pockets of government employees ahead of the festival season. So this is how you should be able to understand. Okay, so the what exactly it is. With payment of cash in lieu of LTC. Okay, what Ashutosh mentioned, it is the same news. So with payment of cash in lieu of LTC and rupees 10,000 festival advance, hoping to trigger a demand of 1 lakh rupee crore in her latest bid to revive economic activity. So due to the pandemic, the economy has nosedived. Okay, we all are aware about it. The demand is very low. So to increase the demand, to boost the demand, naturally Indian consumers buy during the Dasahara and Diwali festive season. So to boost up the demand, okay, for government employees only it is. Okay, so government is paying 10,000 rupee advance. Okay, as well as what Ashutosh mentioned. Okay, that is the payment of cash in lieu of LTC. Okay, so yeah, it is related to compensation. Okay, directly. So that is what. Okay, so but this is something new. What we are learning actually is how a company designs its compensation strategy. Okay, to be fair to its employees, to be competitive in the labor market. Okay, and to increase its productivity. But this news what we read is altogether different, but yes, it is related to compensation. Yes, very good, Ashutosh. And who else answered? Was it Aishwarya?
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you both of you. And next news, if anybody has.
Sir, as it is a festival season,
Yes.
so now Flipkart is hiring people for delivery, sir,
Okay.
and they are paying them as 500 to 1,000 rupees per day as a compensation, sir.
Okay.
It depends. It depends on where is the location. Like if it's in a two-tier cities, it is around for 750, sir. If it's in metropolitan cities, it is 1,000 rupees per day.
Per day.
And
Okay.
if it is per day, 1,000 rupees, sir.
Yes.
And if it is like Hubli, Dharwad, Belgaum, sir, then it would be around 500 rupees per day.
Okay, great. So is it contract basis?
Sir, yes, sir. It's contract basis. It's only for from 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21 for 6 days, sir.
6 days.
Until this Big Billion Day and Amazon big sale ends, sir.
Yes.
Because of heavy orders in this, like no one is ready to go and buy outside, sir, for the shops and all because of this COVID. So they are getting huge number of orders, sir, pre-orders. Now Flipkart has started a new service, or it can be called as a strategy, where you need to pay 1 rupee as advance or pre-booking, sir.
Okay.
So whenever the deal is opened, you will be the first one to get the notification, and you just need to pay the rest amount, sir. It might be anything, like 1,000 rupees. You need to pay 1 rupee right now, sir, and after that on 16th, as soon as the sale opens, you will get a notification telling that this product you have been already pre-booked, and your rest 999 rupees has to be paid. And if you don't pay in the within given period time, sir, that product will be getting cancelled. So this is what they are making the strategy. So on the numbers of pre-bookings what they are getting, they are decided to hire people just for deliveries, sir.
Okay, okay, that's good. Okay, so any other queries? Okay, so let me take attendance. Okay. Aishwarya,
Present, sir.
Akshay Kulkarni,
Present, sir.
Ankita,
She's there, sir.
yeah, present. Apeksha,
Present, sir.
Arpita,
Present, sir.
Ashutosh,
Present, sir.
Ashwini,
Yes, sir.
Geeta,
Yes, sir.
Gitanjali, Gitanjali had joined, right? She's there. Okay. Then Meghna Kalburgi,
Present, sir.
Meghna Lokhande,
Present, sir.
Nagaratna,
Present, sir.
Navya,
Present, sir.
Nidhi,
Yes, sir.
Nikita,
Present, sir.
Pooja,
Yes, sir.
Pranjali,
Present, sir.
Prema, she is absent. Priya,
Yes, sir.
Priya, she is also absent. Varsha,
Present, sir.
yeah. Samuel, Samuel is there? No, not today, is absent. Sharan was present.
Present, sir.
Yeah, Sharayu,
Present, sir.
Shilpa, Shilpa is not in the class. Okay. Shreya,
Present, sir.
Srinidhi,
Present, sir.
Shweta Kokne, absent. Yeah. Snehal,
Present, sir.
Suchitra is absent. Maruf,
So he was present just now. he
Maruf
left.
was present. Okay. Vaishnavi.
Present, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, Maruf present, sir.
Maruf is present. Yes, marked present. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Have a pleasant evening.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you,
welcome.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.